and welcome to the J&K Show. We are back in the saddle, making some great news and talking about some great topics. I'm your man, J-Rob, and we got my man, my brother from another mother, KO in the house. What's good, bro?
Yo, what's good, man?
Listen, don't you love this weather, man? The summer's coming.
Right. Yeah, I hate the cold, so as you know, we're in the Northeast, New York area. I hate the cold. I'm over it, so I'm happy to see it getting a little warmer outside.
Yeah, but when you dressing like this, man, you making me hot. Come on,
well,
I got a short sleeve. You got
hot. I just said
stuff like that. Come on, bro. Ain't winter no more.
I just said I don't like being cold, Jay.
Fine. Jesus. Come on. All right, it's all good. Anyway, you know what we do in the J&K Show. We talk about the hottest, trending entertainment stories, sports, relationships, all that good stuff, right?
That's what's up.
So let's get at it.
No doubt.
All right, so I want to talk about the story that we've all been following for, the last month or so, maybe more, two months, whatever. But we're talking about Diddy again, right? Because everyone's talking about him, and it's crazy what went on with that videotape with Cassie and everything. Right. So he's going through it. But I even hate saying he's going through it. Cassie's going through it. And a lot of his victims are going through it. Right. But there are some people that kind of like to say he's going through it, whatever. And that's their opinion. It's all good. But obviously, this past week, not only the Cassie case came out, but another legal case came out. There was a model, right, who came out and said that he sexually assaulted her as well. So he has a whole new legal case. As we knew, once Cassie case came out, there's going to be a whole bunch of cases that came out. Some of them maybe not true, who knows, but some of them, is true too, right? So they're investigating that case further. But, obviously there's no denying that, Diddy has accomplished a lot in his career in terms of his music, clothing attire, the beverage industry. Listen, we all know how successful and how many contributions he's made to the industry and to New York City as well, obviously Harlem born and everything like that. So, he's done so much for New York City. Right. So now the news came out this week that the councilman and Mayor Eric Adams may think about, because he was given the key to the city, bring it back a little bit, he was given to the key to the city, right? I think it was late last year, it might have been like November, December, something like that. So he got the keys to the city for everything he was doing, and he came out with the Love album, so he was just making that big push to really get back into it. So everyone was celebrating Diddy, so he got the key to the city. Now, of course, with all of this happening, with all these legal cases and everything, Mayor Eric Adams and the New York City Council members want to revoke the key, his key to the city that they gave him. So, as I was saying to you earlier, he's done so much for the city, and he's had so many contributions. So I guess my question to you is, do you think with everything that he has done for the industry, for New York City, everything that, he's made happen, do you think that he should get his keys revoked?
Hell yeah. Yeah, we take the key back, take all of that stuff back, man. Like everything that when you receive these accolades, and in this case, the key to the city, get that kind of acknowledgement, that's a privilege. That's not a right, and that stuff's conditional. So based off the alleged trifleness, if there is such a word, yeah, take that back. That makes a lot of sense. You achieved and received these things for the good deeds that you do. It would only make sense for the bad deeds that you do, that you don't retain those things, or you lose those privileges. It's just as simple as that. You cannot have this quasi-ambassador for your city while you may also be sitting in prison for violating people and so much. Like and that to me makes no sense. And I think Mayor Adams for New York City, he did the right thing by leading the charge on that. Yeah.
He's hedging though, because he hasn't got it revoked yet. He's thinking about it. And he's being urged by the New York City Council members to make sure that he goes through with it and really makes it happen. But he's been on TV this past week kind of just hedging, not really sure if he's going to do it. So what do you think?
I think that's a test balloon. Let me float this out there to see what the feedback is, right? So I think that by saying, hey, I'm on the fence, this is something I may do, may not do, allows him to get some feedback to see what the public response is, right? And then you make your decision based off of that. It's an old politician move. So this way you can make sure that you're on the right side of the majority of the opinions. That to me feels like what that is, though.
Yeah, I see. And obviously what he's done is despicable. It's horrendous. It's horrible. I felt so bad for Cassie and all of the other people that were affected by what he has done. And a lot of it is seeming like, yeah, it is true, obviously, with Cassie coming out, because everything that she alleged in that suit,
right,
it was proven where we saw on the video. I guess it just makes me think, I guess my question is more of like, well, then where did this stop? Because it didn't change the fact. Obviously, what he done is completely wrong and horrible and horrendous, but it doesn't change the fact for everything that he did accomplish and all the good things that he's done in his career. And I don't want y'all saying, oh, you're backing him up. No, that ain't what happened. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But I guess my question to you is then, where does this stop? It's almost like, how many people have won? I mean, I don't know. How many Grammys has R. Kelly won? You know, how many, Oscars and, different awards have these actors won, who's then go on to find out, they've done some horrible things. I'm sure, Bill Cosby won tons of awards and tons of Emmys and everything. And to my recollection, I don't recall them getting their awards taken back. So I guess my question to you, where does this stop when these entertainers have done so many good things in their career? Do you just say, oh, let me just start taking this award back from you? Like, where does it stop?
Yeah, I don't view getting this symbolic key to the city as an award, right? Mm-hmm. So in the example that you gave, in the award, it's voted on, the Academy votes on it based on a set of accomplishments, how many downloads, and there's a metric in there, in that calculus, which then determines, hey, this is an award. Key to the City is not an award. I would put that probably in the same bucket as an endorsement, right? Which he's lost plenty of, right? Which companies have said, hey, you know what? We don't want to be affiliated. We don't want you to be affiliated with our product. That I put the Key to the City in that bucket, which means everything's in play. We don't want certain brands associated with our brand. And that's where that is. It's not a good look, man, based off of everything kind of swirling around for him. And here's the other thing, too. Should this all, work out in the end, whatever that is, for however long that takes place, you want to give him the Key to the City again, give it back to him. Like, that's how fleeting it is. Take it away. Doesn't mean anything. They didn't erect the statue, right? Like they had to tear it down, right? Like they gave him a plaque and a symbolic key. Right. It's a fake title. It's a distinction.
It's a distinction.
Yeah, it's a distinction. There's no currency to it per se.
So to your point, then that's what I'm talking about. Oh, we're gonna take back the Key to the City. Like, okay, and. Like, what is that really doing? What are you slapping them on the wrist? Like, what's the deal?
Well, like I said, it's symbolic. It's symbolism, right? Like don't get me wrong. It's a nice honor to receive. It's not an award, but it's a nice honor to receive, right? In associated with whatever accomplishment or something that you achieved or who you are or whatever the criteria. I don't even know what the criteria of it is, right?
Right.
But it's an acknowledgement on some level.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, it's good, right? We all come out and it's presented, and we all give the golf clap, when he receives it and stuff like, hey, great, what have you, and you go home and stick it on your mantle, right? I suspect there isn't anything that he officially has to give back, right? I don't think the city.
Well, then he get a plaque. They might have to give back the plaque.
I'd be surprised if they actually say, "Hey, give me back the plaque." What have you? I think it's enough to just say.
There's a little plaque with the actual key of the city on this plaque. So if they gonna take it back, they got to take back the plaque.
Yeah, well, maybe they do, but like I said, I think it feels more like an endorsement.
Yeah.
More so than an award, and if it is indeed an endorsement, then that's like any other company that says, "Hey, we don't want our brand to be associated with you anymore, so we're going to drop you as an ambassador for our brand." I think this is this is a long line. More of this is this slow dripping, right? This slow erosion of his legacy, of his brand. All of those things I think will happen and will continue to happen.
Yeah.
And listen, maybe rightfully so, man. Right? Like I don't know. I'm not saying any of these companies are wrong. We all have, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
if we all have the right to say, hey, I want this brand or this company or this person representing us. If you don't want it, take back your flag, man.
That is
Makes
true.
sense.
You know, but then I look at like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So they got that there in L.A. You got tons of those celebrities. They got their Hollywood, star right there. And I think Diddy has one on there too.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like I haven't heard of anything like them talking about, and the whole world knows about what's going on. What are they going to do? Go in there and like take up those stars? Like I guess everybody has their own reasoning on why they want to take things back. But I think I heard about with the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I think the celebrities actually pay for that.
Yeah, I think they do pay for it.
So then they can't. So they can't. Well, no. Well, okay.
Well, I think as an organization, you could do it. Again, it's symbolic.
Giving
right?
back his money.
Right. Giving back his money. Dig up the star. Right?
You're right. They could do that
in the sidewalk. I guess they could do that.
Yeah.
But be careful, right? Like I would say, these organizations, be careful because there'd be a lot of potholes in the sidewalk if we start doing background checks on some of the celebrities.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't suspect that would happen with the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I think it's called. I think that's happened.
Because the things they've done to Trump star.
Right.
Woo!
But the key.
Yeah.
It's associated with local government, city government, which means there's a constituency, voters. Like there's a whole different eco versus say, this organization that sits autonomous from the government that says, hey, we're going to put this star in the sidewalk. You get a key to the city. That means that's why the mayor and everyone and city council and folks are involved. That's a much bigger deal.
Yeah, and like you said, that's why he's kind of hedging a little bit because maybe he's not quite sure. But to your point, when you first answered, it was an easy answer for you. It's like you wonder what's taking so long to just make that decision and take back the key to the city. It's kind of interesting. I don't know why it's so difficult because we all know what he did was horrible. So it makes it quite interesting.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that it'll be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out for him. But as I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg, if you will. Even with as many brands that have dropped him, I think it's the tip of the iceberg, and I think there's a lot more to come.